Hello and welcome to the morning show, teeing off with Revsportz. Very good morning to everyone present and joining me today, Shubhan Chakravarti. Shubhan, welcome, good morning. After many days, you are back on the show. It's nice to have you.
Right.
And and talking about Ashes, it has been a roller coaster of a game. Not only us, but even the players thought at one point that they could win this match, and somehow the trajectory changed. And if you see yesterday also, Australia were pretty in the game with 174 runs target, and then Stuart Broad with those two wickets of Labuschagne and Smith. Again, a tricky situation. Today, 174 target, I think, yeah, and seven wickets in hand. So, overall, thoughts on the Ashes so far? Interesting day five coming up. So,
Yeah, all three results are possible. England can win, Australia can win, it can end up in a draw. There's a bit of rain prediction as well, but it has been a crazy start to the Ashes. The way England have set up, the way Australia has countered it, two contrasting style of plays, but very entertaining. Both very entertaining. Smith scored a century in the first innings for Australia, but the way England have batted and bowled also. We have seen some interesting field placement by Stuart Broad, the way they got Usman Khwaja. It has been a thrilling match so far. And even yesterday, the atmosphere yesterday was brilliant inside the Western. The Barmy Army was chanting against Steve Smith. We saw you cry on the telly and all. It's a fun, and Steve Smith was enjoying it. He was smiling. He was shaking his head on that group. So it's all about enjoying that atmosphere because the atmosphere England create, we have seen it over the years in football, and now it has started in cricket also. It's great.
exactly. And the fan chants in England fans are crazy. We have seen so many fan chants coming up on the football ground and now in cricket ground also. I remember
True.
in one match, England fans were kind of mocking Warner of that unfortunate event that happened sandpaper,
Hmm.
but it was in a funny way, not in an abusive way. So
Right.
everyone is kind of taking it positively nowadays. But yes, you were mentioning about the fielding placement and the play of and the strategy of the play, baseball that we have been talking about. But that fielding position, Bramrela, so and declaring on the first day. So unique things coming up from the England side. So your thoughts on the whole baseball strategy that you have seen so far?
Yeah, ultimately, if Australia chase it down, then we'll say it backfired. But
Yeah.
what England has done is entertain the crowd. First day declaration, everyone was stunned. What has happened? I don't think I've seen something like this before that a team going all out in the first day, scoring 400 plus and then declaring before they are all out. It is an extremely rare case, but yeah, this is what it is. And then the way they got Usman Khwaja, they set up that field. Usman Khwaja tried to play out that field, but York himself crazy session. But the good thing is the crowd is being entertained in test format. That is the most important thing, and hopefully will have such tradition in different teams as well. Not to play similar attacking style, but innovative style.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, yeah,
Yep. And if you see, if England loses this match by a slight margin of 10, 15 runs, then that first innings
right.
declaration will cost them a lot because uh, I think I see this match going into a close one. Whoever wins or whatever happens, but it will be a close one, I think. If you remember that
Yeah,
England versus New Zealand test match, the last ball, Jimmy Anderson got that wicket. So
hmm,
it's going to be a close one. And what are
absolutely.
your
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on the bowlers from both the sides? Yesterday, you and I were in the office seeing that match, that Pat Cummins delivery, and bowlers from both the sides have delivered. England with their
Hmm.
veterans, you say Jimmy Anderson have not been that in that form, but Stuart Broad has been fantastic. So your thoughts on the bowlers from both the sides?
Yeah, England didn't pick Mark Wood for this test. They went with Stuart Broad, their traditional, and he has delivered. Even in the first innings, he was brilliant. In the second innings, he has put England ahead in this match by picking up both Smith and Labuschagne. He has been good. Even for Australia, the pacers are always good for Australia. Pat Cummins, Josh Hazlewood, these two are arguably the greatest two Test match bowlers of our generation. But then you have a Nathan Lyon also. Constantly picking up wickets, 4 wickets again, and that again takes me to that WTC final where we dropped Ashwin. Australia never drops a Nathan Lyon regard wherever they are playing. Nathan Lyon is always there in that playing 11. Of course, I understand we have Ravindra Jadeja who can spin the ball, who can bat also, but I wished Ravichandran Ashwin also got the same kind of backing as Nathan Lyon gets for Australia. Play every match regardless of the condition. You are a great bowler. They call him the goat. So you are a great bowler. It doesn't matter if you are the. They won't drop like they won't drop Steven Smith. They are not dropping Nathan Lyon. So fantastic team performance, bowling performances by both the teams so far. And that Pat Cummins Yorker was a special one. Our reaction in the studio said it all.
Exactly, fantastic. And these are kind of deliveries that stays with you for a long time,
Right,
even the viewers. And think of
right,
the crowd sitting on the ground, watching that kind of delivery. Fantastic. Uh, and
absolutely.
talking about the bowling, Moeen Ali, who has been brought into the team for an
Hmm.
injury, and he has done well. And there has been a lot of talks with his that applying the spray on his fingers
Now,
and conceding that fine. But your thoughts on Moeen Ali? He did well getting the chance into the team, back into the team, got some
yeah.
cricket.
See, I still feel Moeen Ali is the weakest link in this England bowling attack because he
Yeah,
has
because
not played Test cricket.
yeah, I'm telling you because he was forced into the team and he was not
Yeah,
into the.
yeah, that absolutely, and that is where I feel he has done okay. He has done okay. The runs, the economy rate. I would like a restricted spinner to come in and stop that run flow. If I'm the captain, I would want that rather than someone going at an economy rate of 4 or 5 in Test cricket because your James Anderson, Stuart Broad, they have done the hard work. They have stopped the Australian batters to score quick runs. But if a spinner comes when your Anderson and Broads are taking rest, then you expect him to restrict that economy rate and not give 40, 50 runs extra in 7, 8 overs, whatever you are bowling. That in that regard, I feel, of course, he's not playing a lot of red ball cricket. That's why he might be struggling a bit. But he produced a great delivery in the first innings, where he got a bold that ball spun sharply. So yeah, but I think Moeen Ali during the course of the Ashes we will see Moeen Ali grow in confidence, grow in stature in Test cricket, at least in the series.
Exactly. And talking about the other game, we'll come to that one. PCB chief Nazam Shetty said he won't be there in the
Hmm.
uh, presidential election. But before we come to that, final thoughts on Ashes. Where do you see this match going? What do you expect from the first session? The night watchman is there. So, what do you think will happen?
Re- really tough one, but I feel England are in the driving seat right now. But at the same time, if Usman Khwaja can play out the first session, joined by Travis Head, if they both can get going, Travis Head we know scores at a quicker rate. So 170, 173, 4 won't be a big deal if Travis Head gets going. So Travis Head's wicket will be a really, really important one, I think. But all three results are possible.
Exactly. But it will be an interesting one. So
Yeah.
we will be talking about it in the second session. The first session will decide what happens because two early wickets might
Yeah,
change
yeah,
the
yeah. We'll know what in which direction it is going.
exactly. Well, some thoughts on the new PCB chief coming up, Zaka Ashraf. So, what can he do for down the line? Do you think for the Asia Cup that all mishap is happening, the World Cup? So, your thoughts on that?
See, if Zaka Ashraf becomes the new PCB chairman, then Zaka Ashraf is being touted as the preferred candidate by the current regime of IPC. Someone. in that Pakistan region. So he's being touted as their candidate. So and that is why I think Najam Shetty took his name back, that he doesn't want to be involved in this politics. He has done enough in his media career as a PCB chief. He has lived enough life. He wants to move out gracefully. So that is why I think Najam Shetty pulled out his name. Zaka Ashraf, he has been a PCB chairman in past. In fact, the last India-Pakistan bilateral series in 2012 was played under Zaka Ashraf was PCB chairman back then. So that is also something to be noted. But at the same time, current he is the candidate of the current regime, uh, and and that is where the Asia Cup, World Cup thing all comes into the mind again. Whether they will see Asia Cup is already announced, so PCB has already given their written consent about everything, so they can't really pull their name back out of that. But in terms of World Cup, I'm pretty sure they are going to do something like they are going to create a ruckus in terms of
Exactly.
no, we don't want to play our match in Ahmedabad, we don't want to play our match in Lucknow, we want to move to Kolkata or Chennai or Hyderabad, where you give
Even
that, but we won't play in that.
even Javed Miadad's comment yesterday was a funny one.
Leave former Pakistan cricketers. They know that they will give a this sort of bombastic statements. They will make the headlines. They will be happy. They will be happy that okay, I am making headlines. I am trending. They won't see that they are being abused in that under that hashtag. They will say, okay, my hashtag is trending. I am happy. So this is how not only Javed Miazad, all the be it Abdul Razak. I was a better all rounder than Hardik Pandya. I can make Hardik Pandya world class all rounder. Who are you, yaar? Oh, why would we? Do you need Pakistan's help? We have better coaches than you in India, or we can afford top class coaches from all around the world. Why would we need you? Anyway, coming to the Pakistan cricket board chairman thing, but yes, I think they will create some sort of ruckus for the World Cup. Uh, I hope it doesn't happen because everything should fall in place peacefully, but you never know. From that side, what happens, you never know.
Exactly. And as we talk about India versus Pakistan, tomorrow we have another one in the SAF Championship, India versus
Hmm.
Pakistan. So in that also there were a lot of mishap with the Pakistan team getting visas and all. So they were playing a three-nation tournament in Mauritius. The Mauritius embassy gave them the visa and they are coming to
Hmm.
play tomorrow. But yes, Pakistan have not been that successful versus India. And if you remember, Sunil Chetri made his debut versus Pakistan back in 2005.
Hmm.
So, but the recent Indian team that played the Intercontinental Cup was a different one. If you see in the
Hmm.
final, Sunil Chetri scored, but a final, Sunil Chetri scored, but another player getting the man of the match prize. So that
Hmm.
tells you that the team has something to offer. So Lalangzwal Chang, the fantastic one. So yes, so final thoughts on in this India versus Pakistan coming up. If you have seen the Intercontinental Cup India perform, so what do you think?
Hmm. But it will be, India versus Pakistan is always a special one, regardless of the sport you are playing. You always players always have extra butterflies in their stomach, so it will be a pressure game. But I think India should cruise comfortably. They are in good run of form. Of course, Pakistan, you are telling me have some players who are playing outside in the overseas league, so that will help them. But again, when you don't get much time to set up a camp or train together, so that chemistry might be missing in that Pakistan link. We'll get to see today, but India are favorites, definitely favorites.
Exactly, and we'll have stories from that one also.
Yeah.
So thank you, Suvan, for joining. Thank you, all the viewers for watching, and do follow our social media handles. And for the viewers, we are launching our 1983 celebration celebratory week from today. Today morning also, Boryada's piece came up and videos coming up. So do follow and social media handles and websites. And Shuban will be back again tomorrow, maybe
Yep.
discussing some 1983. We both weren't born, but we have some film memories of that. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.